Moving on, India and the United States have postponed key trade talks that were scheduled to begin today in Washington, D.C. These talks were meant to finalise the legal text of an interim trade agreement the two countries had broadly agreed on earlier this month. So, why the delay? Because last Friday, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled that President Donald Trump had overstepped his powers when he imposed sweeping tariffs on countries across the globe. In simple terms, the court said the president may not have had the authority to impose wide-ranging tariffs. Now, here's why this matters for India. The India-US agreement was based on a broader tariff framework pushed by President Trump. Negotiators from both sides had agreed in principle, but the deal was not yet legally signed. This week's talks were meant to convert that understanding into a formal legal agreement. With the court questioning the legal basis of Trump's tariffs, it creates uncertainty around the entire structure of these trade agreements. The US announced lowering tariffs on Indian goods from 50% to just 18%. And in return, New Delhi has said that Indian markets would open to American goods once the legal agreement was signed. Since that hasn't happened yet, India does not immediately have to give that market access. However, President Trump has insisted that nothing has changed in the India-US deal.
Nothing changes. They'll be paying tariffs, and we will not be paying tariffs. Our deal with India is they pay tariffs. This is a reversal from what it used to be, as you know.
The US has signed similar framework agreements with at least 20 countries, but trade experts are now raising doubts about how solid these deals are, since none of them were approved by the US Congress. Legal experts now question whether the White House had clear legal authority to enter into such agreements. They are now denouncing these pacts as napkin deals, informal arrangements that may not stand legal scrutiny. Following the Supreme Court's setback, the Trump administration has been forced to lower the tariffs to 15%, and not the higher tariffs the US had announced earlier. Meanwhile, back in New Delhi, the opposition Congress party has demanded that the Indian government put the trade deal on hold and renegotiate its terms in light of the US Supreme Court's ruling. So, where does this leave things? Well, for now, the deal is not cancelled, but it's in legal limbo. Talks are postponed, uncertainty has increased, and both sides are watching how the legal and political situation unfolds in Washington. The big question now: will the agreement be reshaped, renegotiated, or quietly delayed further?
Power doesn't end quietly. Some deaths are not accidents. They are messages. A gunshot. A crowd. A country frozen. The killer disappears. The questions don't. This is not just about who died. It's about what followed. Governments fell. Armies moved. History rewrote itself. 5 leaders. 5 moments. One pattern. The assassination.